The day starts out like any other sunny day at the beach, but it soon turns into something that many people only expect to see in magazines or on their cell phone screens. An idyllic setting with the horizon stretching out endlessly where the sky gently blends into the sea. The scenery is cinematic. The waves gently crash against the sand while the golden sunlight falls on the coastline. In such a natural environment, something almost surreal emerges. The silhouette of Kylie Jenner appears on the horizon, floating over the sand with the confidence of someone who knows that all eyes are on her. She is wearing an impeccable swimsuit, a sophisticated ensemble that seems not to be from the ordinary world. The first image of Kylie on the beach is striking, not only because of her beauty, but because of the aura of power she exudes. As she walks, people around her whisper, but keep their distance, respecting her privacy. The gentle wind that caresses her hair, the way she moves, as if the environment was made for her, everything seems perfectly orchestrated. It is not just a trip to the beach. It is the creation of a unique moment where glamour and simplicity intertwine in an invisible dance. The camera slowly approaches Kylie, capturing every movement, every smile, every gaze lost in the horizon. When she finally stops to look out at the sea, the camera focuses on her face and captures something rare: vulnerability. For a moment, Kylie seems to forget that she is being watched. The screen shows an introspective Kylie, far from the frenzy of social media and public life. The sound of the waves becomes more present, the music fades, and the environment becomes more serene. She's there, alone with her thoughts, and this creates a feeling of closeness, as if for a moment she's a person like any other. The idea that she can have a moment of peace is something that few imagine is possible. Given the chaos of her life, it's at this point that the narrative takes a turn. The viewer feels a deep connection, not just with Kylie's image, but with the idea that even the most public figures have their own needs to escape the constant pressure. The camera begins to approach her in an almost reverent way, revealing the details of her swimsuit, the small tattoos on her wrist, and the luxury accessories that complete her look. She's not just a celebrity. She's a woman who has somehow managed to find a balance between fame and the need to live, without the pressure of being seen. As the camera captures these moments of introspection and pure beauty, the audience begins to wonder, what drives Kylie to seek out these small moments of tranquility? Is there something behind the facade of perfection? And most importantly, what is Kylie seeking by isolating herself in this beachside paradise? These questions create an immediate curiosity that engages the viewer, making them want to know more about what goes on behind the smiles and apparent tranquility. But like any great story, the quest for peace and privacy may be about to be interrupted. What might start out as a simple day of lounging on the beach may actually be hiding something much bigger and more impactful. The question now is, does Kylie Jenner's fame really allow her to have this kind of freedom, or is there something deeper and more intriguing behind this apparent escape? After the introduction of mystery and sophistication, the scene changes to a lighter and more relaxed mood. Kylie, now at ease, begins to interact with the environment and the people around her. There is no longer any distance or uncertainty. She completely surrenders to the moment. The rhythm of the music changes, becoming more upbeat, and the camera begins to capture Kylie in fun activities by the sea. She starts playing beach volleyball with a group of friends, her laughter mixing with the sound of the balls bouncing on the sand, creating a feeling of pure joy. Her skill and energy are visible, but what really catches the eye is her genuine smile. As if she's truly having fun, far from the pressure of her public image. Kylie isn't just the owner of the beach at this moment. She's just like any other person, enjoying time with friends, the wind in her face, and the warm sun. The scenes that follow show her venturing out on activities like jet skiing, gliding over the waves with a confidence that exudes energy and freedom. Every move is a display of her ability to surrender to the moment, without worrying about the curious glances around her. The camera follows her closely, capturing the emotion on her face, the sense of empowerment that comes from a simple moment of pleasure. Kylie appears to be floating in the water, completely disconnected from the outside world. However, there is a subtlety to her actions that does not go unnoticed. When interacting with close friends and family, the camera focuses on her lightness, but also on her looks and gestures. Kylie speaks to them in a warm and spontaneous way, demonstrating an accessible side that is often hidden by the public image she projects. The scenes of laughter and playfulness by the sea have an authentic tone, as if the real Kylie is emerging, revealing a woman far beyond the flashes and magazine covers. She is not just a celebrity. She's a friend, a sister, a person who knows how to have fun without always needing to be the center of attention. These moments of relaxed interaction take on a new layer when the camera zooms out a little, showing the people around her. Kylie, it seems, doesn't care about the crowds watching her. The feeling of freedom is palpable, as if the beach is the only place where she feels completely at ease. The warm sand beneath her feet, the sound of the waves crashing, and the laughter shared with those nearby create an atmosphere of rare intimacy. Every gesture, every exchange of glances, is an invitation for the public to see Kylie as she really is, without the trappings of her public life. She's a woman who finds joy in the little things and the simplicity of a sunny day with friends. But like any good story, the tranquility that has been built up begins to be disturbed. Throughout these interactions, the camera begins to capture small details that go unnoticed at first. A furtive glance, an exchange between one of Kylie's friends and someone in the crowd, perhaps a person nearby who has never been seen before. There is an air of mystery, a slight tension growing in the atmosphere. The fun continues, but something seems out of place. The audience begins to wonder, is Kylie's fun and freedom genuine? Or is there something more behind this apparent rest? This moment of relaxation, which at first glance seems to be just a break from Kylie's routine, ends up becoming a turning point. The tension that begins to build in the background makes the viewer want to keep watching, hoping to find out what is about to happen. The fun doesn't last forever, and what seemed like a simple day of leisure begins to transform into something much more complex as the sun begins to set on the horizon. The energy of Kylie Jenner's beach day shifts once again, this time to a more introspective tone. The sky, once bathed in golden light, begins to take on shades of lilac and purple, signaling the end of another day. The camera captures the moment of transition, showing the shift from fun to reflection. Kylie, back where it all began, gazes out at the sea. Her solitary figure on the horizon conveys a sense of peace, but also isolation. The gentle sound of the waves breaks the silence, creating an almost meditative ambience. There is something about that moment that makes the viewer stop and reflect on Kylie's life, on the duality between what she represents to the world and who she is in her most private moments. The contrast is clear: glamour, fame and fun mix with the emptiness that hides in solitary moments. Kylie gazes at the ocean unhurriedly, as if she were searching for answers to something that cannot be easily expressed in words. The screen focuses on her face, now more relaxed, but with a deep gaze, as if she were reflecting on the choices she has made over the years and the weight of public life. Each breath seems heavier, and the wind that surrounds her brings a sense of liberation. In this moment, Kylie is no longer a celebrity. She's just a person alone with her own thoughts, finding comfort in the immensity of the ocean. The public, who until now saw Kylie as glamorous and fun, is now invited to see the other side of the coin. What seemed to be a perfect, carefree life begins to transform into a journey of self-discovery and coping with one's own emotions. The camera, slow and contemplative, follows the gentle movement of the sea, and then returns to Kylie, who gets up from her beach chair and walks towards the horizon. Each step she takes in the sand seems to reflect her search for something more. And as she walks away, a feeling of farewell hangs in the air, as if the moment is coming to an end and nothing will ever be the same again. Before disappearing into the distance, Kylie turns around for the last time, and the camera captures a serene, peaceful smile. She says nothing, but her expression conveys the idea that, even though the day has come to an end, she has found something valuable in that time by the sea, a sense of peace, of authenticity, something that makes her human. The last image of Kylie walking towards the sunset is loaded with symbolism. She is leaving behind the public persona, the paparazzi, the cameras, and embracing the person she truly is, a woman who needs moments for herself, for simplicity and connection with the world around her. The music fades to a halt, giving way to the gentle sound of the waves. A deep silence envelops the scene, allowing the audience to internalize everything that has just been shown. The screen then slowly fades out, leaving behind not only an image of Kylie on the beach, but a reflection on the price of fame, the sacrifices it entails, and the search for moments of authenticity in a world saturated with appearances. Kylie leaves a subtle message. True happiness does not lie in luxury or public attention, but in the small moments of peace that we can find for ourselves. Sometimes true freedom is finding a place where we can just be ourselves. This ending not only creates an emotional connection with the audience, but also leaves a sense of reflection and introspection about the life of a public figure. At the same time, it maintains curiosity and interest for future stories, exploring a more human and true side of Kylie Jenner. This more reflective and profound ending offers a contrast to the vibrant energy of the beginning, creating a full, emotional journey. What began as a day at the beach in glamour ends as a story of self-discovery, in a turning point that resonates with the audience.